right, welcome back from the break. You're watching Global Morning, Africa's finest breakfast show, and it's now time for us to get into the discourse where we're looking at future leaders, nurturing children to become leaders. And I told you we'll be talking to a guest who is joining us via phone call. We're talking to Leslie Alexander, who is an education consultant and also a child advocate. She's got expertise in nurturing children potentials. She's been doing this for the last 20 years, committed to empowering young minds and fostering academic and moral excellence and promoting holistic well-being. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on Global Morning.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
All right, Nigeria has been facing a mirage of poor leadership and governance, and the aim is to create great leaders for the future. Just take us through how important it is for us to shape in the minds of the young ones through the religious route and morally and also their education.
All right. Okay. First of all, parents, teachers, and mentors have a very important role to play in this. Our key responsibility and role is, first of all, having to be very intentional guidance to children. Children, I used to have a mantra that says every child is a clean slate. True. So whatever you put into them very early in life, they grow and become that. So every parent, every teacher, every mentor and role model to children must be very practical and very intentional. You must realize that these children have something inside of them. They have potentials, no matter their background, no matter who they are, no matter the traits you see they possess, they have something inside. You must look out for it from as little as when that child is a baby, as one from the ages of 1, and then be very intentional about supporting these children, being very determined to guide them, encourage them with the right, with the in the right direction. So I would like to suggest some ways and some things that as parents and role models we should be doing for these children. First of all, is that if you kill a child's confidence, the child is gone. You must, as parents, be very intentional about building these children's confidence. Build their confidence early, using various strategies, developing their minds in school, their storytelling times, their role plays where you bring the children out to, make them showcase various talents. That way, children are built into the place of confidence. You don't kill a child's strength because you feel the child is not very confident. You develop it, you make it grow. You help these children become who they should be intentionally by helping them, by encouraging them. So confidence building is one very important area that these children need. Another one is that you expose them early as parents, as teachers, as role models. Expose them to leadership qualities. Expose them to what is happening in the country today. Expose them, take them through, discussions that would involve these particular types of scenarios. It will help them, ask them critical questions that they could give. Okay, what about if it's you who is the governor, who is the president, what would you do in this kind of situation? And then you listen to them talk. You must involve these children. The children are not to be left, and then you say they are small, and then at a particular stage you now expect them to begin to, show those leadership traits from a very early stage. As parents, as mentors, we must be determined to build these qualities in them. See their strengths, help it, nurture it to grow. Take them through community services. For example, Christmas period like this, you could take them to orphanage homes, help them, share out, collect donations for orphanage homes from their schools, from some friends around. They drive over there, make them do something for the less privileged, make them have speech, talk, say one thing or the other. That way, these children are being nurtured into becoming future leaders. And then making them understand that the country, the world is a class of having different kinds of people. So they should be able to understand every level.
Okay.
They don't just know themselves for who they are, and then they cannot be empathic towards other people or show sympathy towards others. So teaching them all of this is very important.
All right.
I think
All right, let's look at, we know that just like we have good leaders, we've got some not too good leaders, we have some good kids, not too good kids. How, as someone who, for the last 20 years, you've been in the education sector and also a child advocate, how best can we put children that seem to be wayward back on track without killing their confidence, like you rightly pointed out? And what are the strategies parents can use so that they don't overkill in the bid to correct, kids that seem to be stubborn?
Okay. Thank you for asking that question. For me personally, being a child advocate, the fact is that parents must not understand that these kids, most of the time, their tantrums start at the point where they are teenagers, most of the time. And the problem we have, what brings this on, is the fact that the right time for parents correction for children, the right point where parents should be training their children rightly. It's the point or the place where parents have left their children believing that, they are small, they're just babies, they are growing, they're not yet there yet. Allow them, let them just have their space. They don't put them to work, they don't put them to do anything. That's why if you remember, I started that from the time a child is born, you start your training. You don't leave that child to his 12 or 13 and then you say, go and wash the plates, do this. At that point, the child is not used to it, so he definitely will throw tantrums because specifically for teenagers, they've got to that point where tantrums they must do those things. So the fact is, I would advise parents to start this nurturing, this training early. And then when you come to the point where you have kids that are stubborn and all, most times it's not by screaming you get them, it's by talking to them, it's by putting them, discussing what's the problem, find out from them, try to understand that you are in another age as a parent. If you are not in this world, okay, I've heard a lot of people say we're in the Gen Z generation. Our children are definitely different from us. So you don't expect to totally raise your child the way you were raised. But I think strongly, if you can understand them, you can relate with them as friends, or beyond being, trying to be that boss, that parent boss. You get to know their friends, just with them once in a while. You get your children to that point where they are obedient to you. They find it easy to tell you how they feel. They are not scared, and so the stubbornness will be mild.
All right.
But it's one of those things.
All right. Let's as we wrap up, what are some of the key characteristics of good leaders that we should be able to, imbibe or, instill in children as we try to nurture them? What are the key characteristics of good leaders that children need to imbibe as young as they are? And for you as an advocate and education expert, how easy or difficult is this journey?
Yeah, one of the key characters and key rules that these children should learn and they should learn and know from very young ages the points where they must be empathic. They must be able to listen to what their followers are saying. Listen to others. They shouldn't take irrational decisions, because it pleases me, it's fine. From a very early stage, if an elder brother is having a younger sister and she wants this, sometimes you just give it because you don't have to have it. You just let it be. So one of the greatest things I would say is the place of listening to what the other person is saying, listening to what your followers are saying, and then the point of corruption, we have children that before they do one task or the other, they're asking you, what would you give me if I do this for you? You're already drawing and calling corruption into place. So I know one of those things that have destroyed and has affected our country so far is corruption. There's no fairness. So teach our children to be fair, teach our children to be empathic, to show empathy towards one another, teach our children to love, to love, and then to listen. Ensure that they solve problems, not just mention problems. That the place of critical solving, critical analysis from schools, if we do that, that would help us have leaders that when there's a problem, they're thinking through it, they're finding solutions, and they're solving. The important emphasis is that they can solve problems. That's a true leader. Thank you.
All right, what would be your last take home you want to give to parents and even the children, for those who are listening, and for us as a wrap up?
Okay, thank you very much. For our parents at home, like I said earlier, and I will still say again, don't wait till your child is a teenager before you have to do all the training. Start early. Develop critical thinking skills. As teachers, help these children give them the opportunity to explore their world. Don't just leave them. And then realize for children what their passions are and help them cultivate them to get to that point. And sweet children, always know that there's something great inside of you. You can be that thing you want to be, and no one can stop you but yourself. So keep working hard, keep doing right, and soon you will definitely achieve. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That's Leslie Alexander, education consultant and also a child advocate. Thank you very much for joining us on Global Morning, and we wish you a very beautiful day ahead.
You too. Bye.
All right, so we've been talking to an education consultant there, and who also doubles as a child advocate. She's been doing this passion for 20 plus years, trying to instill the needed qualities needed for Nigeria's next generation. And we hope this will continue across board as we seek to make Nigeria definitely a better nation. And we hope that it's something every one of us have to try to play our own part. Talking about a personal mission for her, talking about She says her personal mission is empowering children to reach their full potentials and through inclusive, supportive, and engaging all-round experiences, which is a very great, lofty idea. I want to say thank you for getting that job done. So that's how much time is going to take. It's going to allow us on Global Morning this morning. I want to say a big thank you to the entire team, the man behind the scene, the cameraman behind the scene, Okon Jeremiah, and also Triple D at the MCR, and also not forgetting the editor on seats, Kareem, for doing a great job. And my name is Anthony Momodu saying thank you for being part of Global Morning, and we wish you a very fantastic week ahead. Good morning.